Okay, Andrii Govorov, how you doing, my friend?
Um, it's like I would like to say you that I'm good, but I'm okay because a lot of things going on around me, around my family, around my relative friends, and it's a difficult period for us. And I'm trying my best to help them, everyone I can, and most of my time now I'm on my phone, coordinating some things. From one side, we're preparing with all the athletes of national teams, or all the national teams, all the athletes now join in one channel. We're preparing messages uh, to federations, to IOCs, to private companies, like to everyone that we can put some sanctions on Russian athletes. That because we're a sport family, that we can really put pressure from that side. On the other hand, I have many calls, many messages, sometimes to help someone, to give some information, some money, some food. We're just trying to uh, be useful as possible. And like my family, my relatives, now that they are in Dnipro, is not an active war phase, but I have like 20, 25 friends that they are in Kiev, and in Kiev it's really, really tough now. It's like they bombing. They just sent me a message that huge explosion was like 3, 4 minutes ago, and but I'm proud of my nation now. Since we are 30 years old country, uh, we, I can't say that we were united before, but this what's happening now make us like really big family, and everyone help everyone, and I'm proud of that. What I want to say that also I want to thank all the international sport swimming community, because of you guys sharing it, we can put a lot of pressure on Russia. Because some people think that, oh, this is just swimming, it's nothing. But honestly, if you put pressure on and every single person in Russia, no matter what, is it athlete or just a common person that works on the street, like cleaning the streets, if we're gonna put pressure on all of them, we're gonna win this war, because all together being united gives us more gives us the hope to believe, and I'm proud. I'm proud what we're doing right now, and I appreciate all international support.
I know that you're not in the country right now. Are you allowed to say where you're at, or you prefer not to?
I'm allowed to say I'm in Germany, and I'm fine with that, and I'm just doing my best to support from here, because I cannot move, like all the borders are far away from Germany, and uh, my safety is doesn't really important right now. What is important that my country is under a huge threat. What is important is that we have a huge support uh, to really understand in case uh, now the democracy is under attack. It's not about Ukraine anymore. It's more about worldwide order that's happening right now. We cannot let Russia do these terrible moves to legalize their threats before the annexing and something, because in case it's gonna happen, the next shot can be somewhere else, and we don't want to make it happen.
I'm sure this is also difficult for you because I'm sure you have Russian friends who are swimmers. I'm sure you're friends with some of these guys and
Uh,
girls, right?
I can say even more. I don't want to like my family relatives really close. I don't want to say who and how, because for security reasons,
Right.
they are Russians. I'm 50-50. My half blood is Russian, half blood is Ukrainian, so I'm half breed. That's the toughest thing for me. And I tell you one thing: not all the Russian relatives support. That's another painful moment, because some people are just thinking that they are, I don't know, like honestly I don't know what they are thinking, but they're sending the message just like, oh, the Putin is the best and everything. It's really difficult to hold propaganda there. And it's the people who knows me personal. They've been in my houses, like they've been. in Ukraine, and they saw what happening in reality, but they still don't believe, and that's kind of terrible. And but Russian people, they are not all blind. Some Russian athletes, they are brainwashed and they just support Putin and his aggression. But some just ask him the questions like, "What do I think and how is really going on?" And then they changing their minds. They're really changing their minds. They're really critical in the beginning. Oh, you're an idiot! Why you ask the athletes? What is the responsibility of the athletes? And after a couple minutes of talk, they say, "Oh, yeah, yeah, you're right. Okay, but what can I do?" And I'm saying, just say the thing before, like in my language to support my nation, that in case you can't do anything, like you think that you cannot do anything, you don't want to go to the
Mm,
streets. But imagine you just whispering to your friend or to your mother, to your father, that look, we're for peace, we are against war. Ukraine is our friends, like our like brotherhood. That's what they need to say to each other. And you say from one person to another, like from second to third, fourth and fifth and sixth person can be this soldier, or it can be this like some girl or woman that is wife of the soldier, and she will convince him that come back, don't fight. That's a little whisper can make big value.
mm,
And
mm.
yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
Tell me this, like, from listen, man, I'm on the outside here. I'm in America. I'm safe. I'm comfortable, and I feel horrible with what I'm seeing on the news and on TV. I don't understand it. Maybe like you understand it. Why, from your perspective? I mean, it sounds like brothers are fighting here. Like you said, you're 50-50. You've got family, you've got blood. Like, why is this happening from your perspective?
It's clear. As you know, we just need to see it from perspective of the what Ukraine is and what Russia is. In the last 30 years, Ukraine, since we got our freedom from USSR, we elect six presidents. Six. Russia, they transfer from Yeltsin to Putin, then they transfer for Putin to Medvedev, from Medvedev to Putin. So Putin is the only one who is leader, and he's like he thinks that he is a king, he's a dictator, and he crossed the line. So, and if you see the historically, they attacked Georgia, like Chechnya, Georgia, then the Moldovan part, uh, and every time they attack someone, they annex it, like Crimea. Every time he attacked in some like hybrid wars, or like they saying they're defending, his ratings went so high up every time. Every time he did that, all Russians were supporting these moves. But the difference is, when he attacked Ukraine, he was not expecting that Ukrainians will resist. He expected that we will surrender in the first 2 days. He expected that we we waiting for them, but it was a huge mistake. How you can how you can attack the race of Ukrainians when the last revolution we've done just because someone went to the streets and they got beat by police, and then we were with a just um, with baseball stick, or something. We were fighting against the people with the guns, and 102 people are dead on the revolution. But now we have weapons. Now we have army. Now we have everything to defend. Like, how you can expect that we will resist? So he miscalculated. But the thing is that he crossed the red line. He can't step back.
Mm.
And it's another point is really danger for us, for whole world, because he already told that he's activated the nuclear weapons in the highest level of defense, and he was already talking loud about that. That look, if I'm losing, I'm gonna press the button. That's the most dangerous point. And I hope now, just because we resist with whole world economically, Russia will be provoked to just the people start to stand against the war because they're paying themselves. Everyone pays now. Everyone should pay the price for this aggression, and it can change, But uh, uh, I hope the international community keep supporting us. I'm really thankful for everyone who just sharing it If you post, it's nice. If you talk about this, it's really good. If you share, if you support someone sending the messages, it's really good because everyone feels support. It's a cold world war now going on
Yeah,
because we
yeah.
get all the support from people. It's like
I
from my
mean,
end, what
I
I'm doing now.
understand
Yeah,
this.
you tell me.
The support is obviously necessary, and for you to be vocal, I feel like are you feeling like you have to be vocal? Are you fearful to be vocal?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't really look. I know that I'm not stupid. Okay, I'm doing my like my best as like my best way to be against all of this situation because I don't want to leave my country because I had all the opportunities already to leave my country and live in any country in the world I want. And now it's my time to give back to the country. And I can speak loud for any topic. I can speak loud to call, to help, to support. And as any other Ukrainian, everyone now all together. If you want to win this war against us, you need to kill everyone. That's the point. And like what I do now, I'm gonna raise the foundation to help kids and families that lost their homes or they need emergency help or something. We're just gonna make these quick transactions to small transactions to help someone who's really needs because we have a big group of people who monitors people that needs quick support somewhere, and that's kind of my mission for these days for now. Parallelly, we made the statement with whole Olympic and the sports community to suspend the Russian athletes in Paralympic Games. Uh, just all the possibilities we can use, we do it. So that's the statement.
Like I said to you, I mean, you have friends that are swimmers and athletes on the Russian side. Do you feel for them being caught in the middle of this?
Mm, I mean, I believe that um, it's like I don't really think that just being a swimmer in the middle of this makes sense anymore. Like you're not a swimmer anymore. You're part of your um, country.
Mm, mm.
It's like everything you do or not to do will affect you. Doesn't matter because we are too far already. It doesn't really matter who you are, what do you do. Uh, you are you're responsible for something. You're not talking. You're responsible. You're talking. You're responsible.
Why
And
do you think? Why do you think Russian athletes are afraid to say anything? None of them will speak about any of
like
this.
some athletes are speak out loud, so, but Russian tennis players are speaking loud.
Hmm.
I think they're afraid because most of them they are representing army first. In the country like Russia, you want to get extra money, kind of salary, and I think 90% of national Russian team is representing army,
Mm.
and they quiet, they scared. Of course, if they speak loud, they can lose their careers and they can just be banned from swimming for Russia. That's what we need to show them. You will be banned anyway.
Mm.
I- If the critical mass of amount of people will be more than certain amount, you can't ban everyone. You can kill everyone. So that's why, honestly, it's difficult to call Russians to stand up because I know personally, because I had thousands of messages in personal from just asking what's going on to just cursing and giving just bad words into my private account. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, really? So you've had some hatred on that side too?
Most 90% of messages is pure hate, and
Really?
and I'm asking just can you guys explain like because in the beginning I don't really want to say it's like they say you're an idiot, and I'm just asking like explain, don't just type something without an explanation. But the main thing that they're saying 8 years Ukraine was attacking their regions, it's not really true. And if you remember, I had in 2014 they took Crimea, it's my homeland, right? And the first thing I did it was an Italian competition that I would like stand up with a Ukrainian flag with a peace on this flag, and that was my move to that. And why no one doing that in that like in their country? That was my first move to make peace in my country that time. So if they ask me like what the that's the question. 8 years we was not doing anything for peace, but we were. We tried, but if Russia sponsoring them, and if Russia like this frozen conflict, if Russia if it is important for them, of course they just now gonna say, oh, 8 years you were killing Donetsk and Lugansk people. Now we're gonna make a revenge. They see it from a revenge perspective. Like how you can even say that first is our place, it's our regions. It's not Russian regions, it's our regions. We know everything there. They don't know nothing. They don't know who is living there. Of course, someone in that conflict, in Ukrainian conflict 8 years ago, got hit. Some of their families got killed, and totally understandable that they can hate one another or another side. But generally, I cannot say that Ukraine was not doing anything for peace. And mostly the last couple years with a new president, the first thing he's done, he tried to stop any possibilities to shoot there. And the months before, how Ukraine even can try to shoot someone on their side, knowing that there's 150,000 troops standing right onto the border. So it was planned operation, and it's not short-term operation. This operation was 20 years ago made. It was one of the optional operation since Russia started to be a separate country. So I think it's a really global plans of Putin against Ukraine, or against most of the post-Soviet Union countries.
So there's been some positive movement, like you said, some people that have even FINA have come out and made some moves recently. So what else are you looking for? What are some of the other moves you think can still be made?
Clear position, like how it works. It's more pressure we put, as faster Russia will collapse economically. We're talking about economically right now, because everything like events, it's money, like trade is money, and everything was touch economical part will force Russian people rethink what they are doing. And what we're searching, we need to stop letting people represent Russia in any place around the world. We need to isolate Russia, and that's what from sports side we're still calling for banning athletes, or at least suspending them for some period. Not banning for life, of course not. But we need to call like we don't want to hear recommending word. Oh, like FINA recommends something, IOC recommends something, IOC recommending countries not to let people to compete. No, we want to have a statement. It's like, look, if Russia will not stop the aggression, or till Russia will not stop the aggression, all sport relatives will not compete from Russia. For example, FIFA and UEFA already suspend Russian teams and Russian athletes.
I thought they said they could still compete, but just not under the flag.
No. The FIFA just said, I just got the message.
Oh, okay. They just said it. Okay.
FIFA ban just maybe 20 minutes ago. That was just a news.
What time is it there for you right now?
7 p.m.
What about sleep, man? Is it difficult for you to get sleep? Your phone's going off. Things are changing so rapidly. I mean, you're anxious.
I'm not sleeping much. This night I was able to sleep 6 hours. Before was just 2 hours. 20 like 2 hours a night. I was sleeping, then I was moving back, because I take the responsibility now to like, for example, when we're preparing videos for the Olympic family in Ukraine for all athletes, I was making these moves for making it, So people are texting me many times, and like now I have already, if you see, like million messages here, and maybe you can't see, and I need to reply them as soon we stop. And we're thinking about the next move, how we can put more pressure. We're also searching for some people who is potentially can be against us in the Ukrainian family, like who can, it's like a war. I can't tell anything else because of that. We 24/7 available right now. And sometimes I want to relax. I want to just go to my bed, close my eyes, or do something else, but I can't. I have my pool 2 minutes from me, and today I went to the pool. I swam twice 15, 1:25, and I went back.
I was going to say this: is swimming just completely off the table for you right now?
I know another point that as soon mm, I I represent my country somewhere abroad, I'm gonna raise the voice more. Any competition is a chance for me to raise the funds for families or for kids that needs help. So I will use this opportunity. And if you win, if you show great results to show off to the world, that can be the best opportunity to help my country. So I keep myself in shape as more as I can. I told you I've been tapering for my nationals, so I'm in a good shape. And
Nationals. Where are your nationals at?
in Kharkiv, is that the city that is bombing? They before the war started, I need to leave the country. I need to I had a ticket for moving there, you know. And
So I imagine the nationals is over, obviously.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Days before that started, I was calling and say, look, guys, my tickets are canceled. What we can do about that? And I mean, they say, come on, you have all the results already from the past. I mean, I have all cuts for world champs. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
But I was discussing with the national president of Ukrainian Swimming Federation, with the national coach. We're all together. National coach, the first day he said that he's under in shelter under the bomb attack. The guy who was training, one of my good friends, he's my buddy. He trained last season with me. He lived in my house. Now he's in Kharkiv, and he got through already some terrible things. But and well, like he went to the market, and now it's difficult time, and he had like a lot of hair in his face, and he's kind of big guy. And just also sharing to you now, only professional army are on fight. They're not calling every man to the fight because they need to know like that you know how to shoot and everything. They're not calling all the men. If you want, you can join some territory defense department, but it's just based on your will. So and
Oh, okay. All right. That
this
makes
guy
sense.
is like saying he went to the shop to buy some little food, and he got stopped by army, and they thought that he is from not from Russia, from these republics, because he is from that republics, but he moved to Ukraine because he supported Ukraine. They like press him down really hard. They kept him for 2 hours, really violent. But when as soon they knew that he's like him, like they that he's clear, they everyone apologized. So even they understand, and he got it as like normal because of course they need to check him. They need to check that
Yeah.
he's not gonna put anything wrong to the place, and he's supporting there. And yeah, and
Your phone is blowing up, man. Have you personally felt an inner anxiety or pressure to want to go back and fight for your country?
yeah, I wanted to. Honestly, I called people and I say I want to go back and fight, but it's difficult. First, it's difficult to me to go through this long way. Second, people when I calling and saying, "What do you think? Should I go there or not?" They say, "Look, with a full respect to you, man, you're big and you're tall, but when did you shoot last time?" That's what
Mm,
they're saying to me, you know.
hmm.
And in this scenario, in case if it's gonna escalate so bad and they need my presence, I just go there, 100%,
Right.
no doubts.
But you haven't had any formal military training?
I never been in army, never,
No.
like zero. It was honestly, I thought that I would like to, uh, because like what was my story? We need to have. It's mandatory to go to army in Ukraine 1 year between 18 to 27. But if you go to university studies, you're fine. You're gonna make it can make it later. But if
Mm,
you're above 27, you don't need to go anymore. So I'm 29, and between 18 to 27, or I was having study, or I was representing Ukraine in Olympic Games. So that's why I was not taking any part in military
mm,
uh, lessons or
mm.
courses. And
Have you ever shot a gun before?
I when I was 5.
So not for a
And
while.
this is the story, honestly. I told my story of my life is like that. I'm born in Crimea. My father, he was a seaman. He was a mechanic on the ship,
Mm-hmm.
engineer on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved to, and my grandfather, he's officer. He was in the past officer on the of the submarines. And when I was 5, we moved to north of Russia in the Navy base city. That's my story. And That's why I'm telling to the people, guys, I know not only Ukrainian part, because half of my life, my childhood was in Russia. And I know that every day you go to the morning in the school, you need to sing the national anthem. The education is like a lot of military. Um, Education is military, and for example, I know all type. The only thing I know from the school, all types of tanks we have.
Mm.
It's like from my brain. Like I remember what tank they're doing this because they were doing it, giving it in school. So Russia is really a militaristic country because I was a kid and they were giving me this as a knowledge, and that's why I can see what is a really freedom and what is dictatorship.
Yeah.
And I choose my life to be Ukrainian, and when I was 5 in that place, they gave me a shot on K-47. 5 years old.
Wow.
I mean, this is the propaganda coming not from now. Propaganda coming years and years. That's why some people are not really. Excuse me. That's why some people are not really open-minded for some real facts. What's happening?
Hey, so I'm seeing on the news, I don't know the developments. I've been busy myself, but I saw they were getting together somewhere and they were talking at least. Is this a positive thing? Have you noticed, or from your, people you talk to, as things got quieter, or is it still the same?
By the like official information from some people, they are close to the uh, they close for people who represents Ukrainian country. They say because they expected that they're gonna get it quick. They were not.
Right.
I mean, they were not expecting the resistance.
Mm-hmm.
They're willing to talk, of course. And now it's the question how to stop war without Putin lose his face too much to lose his power.
Mm.
That's what the Russian side is kind of thinking of. But at least now, Russia not making the ultimative proposals like, oh, you must do that, 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 that. It wasn't like that. It was already the dialogue. They're saying that the first round is over already. They're saying that the Russia not objective yet about what's going on around this situation based on the economic parts and military based. But the negotiation started, and let's see how it's gonna. I mean, I hope the war gonna stop, but we're not gonna give up. That's the point.
Yeah.
We need to have clear guarantees of our safety for future.
Right.
This is the only reason how we can stop the war.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, man. We just got a couple more minutes then. So tell me, what's your final message to people that are listening right now?
Um, Again, I want to thank all the people that they are staying aside. Any any message, any energy you're sending towards whole Ukrainian nation, no matter who you're sending the message, it's helping. We feel your support and we're ready to stand in front of this conflict. By the way, in the future, we like making the platform to raise some funds, and I will share to you later if anyone wants to donate something.
Yeah.
All those money will be not transferred somewhere. We just really gonna use this money to the people that they need. We're gonna monitor, and I will be responsible for whole 100% of the money we receive to that those money gonna send to the people they need.
Yeah.
So that's another point. And third one, the swimming community. I would like to just them think about that's happening here. If you're in Brazil, it's not that far. Like just little thoughts about what's happening in the world can help us as well.
Yeah.
So I still can see some people that living the normal lives. I know I don't want to change their routines. Just little attention can help us.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, man, it's really difficult to be having work going on right now, a normal life going on, and then we turn the news on, or we turn on social media and we see your country, we see your family, I see you in pain. It's really difficult, man, and it's like that balance for us is I want to stop everything. I want to stop working. I want to, I just want to help somehow. And so I want you to know that my platform is your platform. If you need to get any messages out there, you feel free anytime. I'll get you on here. If you've got, like you said, websites or places where people can donate or anything, any message you want to get out, please use my small platform that I have and get your message out. Okay.
But I mean, honestly, just to also finalize, from one thing is really, really terrible what's happening around, and this is real war. But from another hand, in case we overcome this, Ukrainian nation, Ukrainian country will be the best country in the world in the future 20 years because we will be the people who overcome the most difficult situation can happen, and we can build up some new example of the country. So this is also the big chance for us. From one side is it's terrible, but from another it's a chance. It's a chance to live in the real democratical country when we can give our votes out.
All right, man. Well, listen, best wishes to you and the family. Like I said, I'm always here for you anytime. Feel free to reach out and we'll get something going. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, man.
All right. Take care, buddy. Bye.